God damn it. These people didn't understand that there was a time limit. They didn't understand that because of the mentally ill tag, I can't make a police report. They literally will not take it. When you try to report about police assaulting you, you fucking don't get a chance. When you're homeless, you need somebody in your goddamn corner. Alright? None of these people were in my corner. They were in their corner. It's do what they want, or they punish me. What they want is not getting me an honest day in court. It's not defending me against these goddamn predators. I jumped through their hoops the best that I could because they didn't want to listen. Their idea was better than finding out what was going on first. I'm stuck out here. I can't see my loved ones. I'm having a non-stop goddamn panic attack. And instead of trying to understand it's from abuse and listening to what's going on, they abuse me and pretend I'm trying to hurt them. Help! Help! I knew with as many people as I had been trying to explain this to before Natalie died, that when she fucking died and all these people fucking flipped shit and disappeared, all these people who claimed that they loved me, all these people who claimed that they cared, all these people who, when they needed somebody and there was nobody else, they called me. All these people who said, hey, Sean, if you ever need help, just let me know. And I did. I did my best. I did my best to communicate in a fashion that works for me. Fucking texting doesn't work, okay? God damn it. I can't type fast enough to tell you guys how many things you're assuming that are wrong, and your assumptions come out in your texting, and I can't defend myself against that in fucking texting. I cannot explain it in texting. I needed help in person, but I couldn't coordinate with anybody because all the goddamn Facebook bans. Because all the people that were set against me and hell-bent on destroying my life over slander, I was never allowed to defend myself against. And then you lock me up when I decide that instead of killing myself, I'm going to try to make a police report. I mean, holy shit, by the time I fucking threaten people's lives back and lit that goddamn fire, I'd had over a year and a half of trying to get a goddamn cop to do their goddamn job. Please stop hurting me and listen. I mean, for fuck's sake, Jesus goddamn Christ. With Miss Peaches, like I tried to tell her on multiple occasions, we set up appointments because she thought that she could make time. And I'd go over there and they'd complain about food and cigarettes, and I'd buy the food and I'd buy the cigarettes, and I'd hope that they had time. And they just never did. I tried to get help, okay? I tried to get help. I was getting fucking help from a therapist, but they weren't able to help me out with the shit going on in fucking Colorado or Virginia. Y'all think that these people are supposed to help, and I go to them for that help. I literally cannot function to take care of myself. I should not have been on the road starting when I left fucking Virginia. I should not be driving. I should have been allowed to defend myself against these people. I should have been allowed an honest goddamn day in court. Like, why the fuck did Officer Lunatide have to assault me? I was doing what the detectives asked. I was trying to get what they wanted. Why couldn't the border police leave me alone and let me do it? Why couldn't they let me write a report? God damn it! Like, holy shit. You guys got no goddamn clue. When you guys needed my help, I was there for you. When I needed your help, it was the help that you wanted to give, despite the fact that I spent all of my resources on help that you promised and didn't fulfill. I don't have the ability to fill this shit out electronically, okay? I don't know how to fucking do it. I've been trying to get help with it for 2.5 goddamn years. You guys want to be mad at me because I'm screaming and angry? I went through a whole year of this shit before Natalie died, you pieces of shit! People telling me to do things I'm already doing. Or they tell me to do things I am not capable of doing. And then they say, you're not doing anything for yourself. I'm fucking trying! God damn it! Family is supposed to be there for you, you know? My family wasn't. They didn't fucking care. Alright? My dad, fuck. He didn't want to listen to me when I tried to explain to him, Dad, I need to fight this in court, okay? Like, the last place I wanted to go was to my dad's. That guy's abusive as fuck. He knows he can get away with it, which is why he fucking does it. There needs to be a fucking review of all the shit that was done to me, but they called me crazy, so it's okay. It's not okay. This is not how a human being should be treated. I should be allowed to fucking defend myself. God damn it! And people pretend I'm gonna hurt them because I'm fucking pissed! You have no idea how hard I tried to get an honest goddamn court date! The people I was trying to take to court got to fucking victimize me and get away with it! Fucking help! Please kill me. Please fucking kill me. So Miss Peaches, 7 months after I needed her help, after I've been through repeated assaults, spent thousands of dollars to go to appointments that I should have never had to go to, the cops should have taken my goddamn report before Natalie was killed. I shouldn't have had to go to Miss Peaches for help. I shouldn't have had to go to Maddie or Natalie or Alicia for help. I shouldn't have had to go to Joanna Smith for help. I shouldn't have had to go to Rose M. Kelly for help. I needed help getting an honest day in court before Natalie died. Like, holy fuck. All these people who I had coordinated with to try to get help. Jeff Ritter, Kara Heller. Like, oh my God. Why couldn't the cops do some goddamn investigating? They just let it happen. And then when she died, they wanted to cover up the wrongdoing of their officers. Help! I'm tired of people telling me, Sean, if you're here, I'll teach you how to do this, and I show up. And they don't do it. They don't keep their word. They want me to do this and do that and do this and do that. And complain about how much their lives suck, how much their husbands suck and their boyfriends suck. I need positivity, goddammit. I can't take care of myself. I needed Natalie's help to get these people to stop. Alicia wasn't going to help without Natalie saying something. Maddie wasn't going to do anything to help without Natalie saying something. Help! God damn it! Help! I'm tired of this mentally ill bullshit. I was good to people, alright? I was fucking good to people. I wasn't allowed to face my accusers at any point. I need to be able to file reports against all these people, and I can't do it! I've been telling you I can't do it! I'm trying! I'm fucking trying! Fucking goddamn it! The things that they did to me are so fucking wrong! I can't even write it down! I need a safe place! There's so much of it! Please make them stop! Make it stop! There's supposed to be professionals to take care of this. I shouldn't have had to go back to my predators. I shouldn't have had to go back to people with a history of abusing me and ripping me off and stealing from me. I should have been able to go to the cops. But before that, I should have been able to talk to Miss Natalie one-on-one. I mean, it fucking goddamn it. She had something to say that was pretty fucking important. She never got to say it. I was trying to get help. I literally needed the cops to do their jobs or Natalie to ask them to stop. I couldn't get the cops to do their jobs because I couldn't get any of my friends to shut up long enough to find out what's going on. I don't care. I don't want to get involved. And that's how the Nazis rose to power. This fucking hell. You guys pretend like I'm faking it. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I already knew the tactics that they were going to use to prevent me from getting an honest day in court if I couldn't get someone to go in with me. And Miss Peaches, she didn't fucking care for 7 goddamn months. She kept telling me do this and do that. I'm like, I can't! I fucking can't! And then there's the people, I'm like, I can't talk. I'm in public. All I can do is text. I hate it. And they're like, well, why don't you use voice to text? I can't talk. I'm in public. So instead of talking like this on the phone to another human being, I'm talking like this to my telephone in a very loud voice while people around me are speaking. And my fucking phone is putting whatever it wants wherever because it's talk to text. I needed a safe environment, not to be moving from one to another, to another, to another. Like, I should have had a disability fucking advocate, Jesus Christ. The reason that I went through all that bullshit and jumped through all those fucking hoops and went to all those appointments was so that I could get help to get these people to fucking stop. Just leave me the fuck alone. But you know what? That didn't get to happen, did it? No, it didn't. People keep telling me I wanted it, needed it, chose it, or deserved it. No, you should have fucking killed me. You don't do this to an innocent man. You don't do this to a decent excuse for a human being. And these people want to be pissed off at me for exposing the truth. I've been through hell and you could have done something to stop it. You could have recognized that my constitutional rights have been violated. You could have recognized that I have been trying to get help. A therapist isn't going to make it so I can go see my loved ones. Meanwhile, they all hate me now. That's alright, I'm not real happy with them either. They could have done something and they didn't. They made excuse after excuse after excuse. Maybe it's a valid reason. But if it was a valid reason, they wouldn't be afraid to come forward about it, now would they? With Miss Peaches, I needed somebody to go in with me to talk to the cops, and she said that she would. But she never did. The one time that she was gonna, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright? Like, I'd been trying to coordinate with her for months. She just wouldn't do it. She didn't see the point. The point is, if you work together, something happens. And I literally wasted my time trying to get help from people who were liars. People who never intended to help, because if they did, they would have. If it takes you an entire year and a half to write a goddamn police report, and you finally want to write that police report after the statute of limitations is fucking over, fuck you, Katie Cahill. Fuck all of you, because I tried to explain you wouldn't communicate with me in a fashion that works for me. You wanted to make assumptions, and I can't type fast enough to fucking explain all of the assumptions that you've got that are fucking wrong. You tell me I fucking deserve this for the way that I talk to people. No, absolutely not. I talk to people the way that I do because it's the way that I get fucking treated. And these people could have put a stop to it. The police could have put a stop to it. My friends could have put a stop to it. They made zero effort to help how I needed. I needed them to speak up first and foremost. You guys want to keep me alive so I can be tortured for the rest of my life because you won't come forward about the facts that you know? None of you want to be held accountable for the fact that you didn't keep your word. Miss Peaches isn't the only one that didn't keep her word, but the fact is Miss Peaches at least fucking tried. Like, for 7 months, my life was going from one appointment to another, to another, to another, from one abusive environment to another, to another, to another. I needed a mailbox, and I needed that money so that I could fucking defend myself and get the evidence that I needed, and I didn't have that to utilize because of the things that happened to me. I was never allowed to defend myself. It cost me thousands of dollars to be assaulted and charged with assault. The things that the border police did and the Bollingers did put a mark on my fucking head. What Candace did, Candace Bondurant is by far the worst friend I've ever had. By far. No human being should have to go through this. Candace Bondurant, the day that she let me know she was being harassed by Officer Michael Beard, I was wanting to go down and try to make that report to Officer Michael Beard. Like, I tried everything people were telling me to do. Keep in mind, I've got multiple jurisdictions that I got to deal with. It's fucking too much for one person. It is literally too much. These officers coordinated specifically to send me into an autistic meltdown. They coordinated with the Bollingers to do this. Well, Miss Shelley in specific. So the fact is, without a safe place, I can't function, so nothing matters. With Shannon Alvarado, it didn't register to her that her screaming, it doesn't matter who she's screaming at, it's the fact that she's screaming. She just assumed that I had my headphones in all the time. I didn't. But even when I did, I could hear her over it. Like, I needed positive social interaction, and I needed help making police reports. If Amanda had helped me with that up there in Montana, helped to teach me how to do it, then I'd have been able to do it. There's nothing that I can do without people standing up for my rights. Sending all the money in the world would probably help because I'd be able to hire a lawyer, but I don't get that much. People say all sorts of mean shit to me about the money that I received, and I gotta tell you, I'm tired of taking people's money. I'm fucking sick of it. I needed their words. Not that the police were gonna listen anyway. You gotta go down in a group. But Miss Peaches, she kept on giving the same excuse about this family and so on and so forth. And in the end, something actually happened, right? And why? Because of cameras, which is what I'm trying to get the police force to wear. Now they got audio recording devices on them at the jail. And when I'd talk to them, they kept on putting their hands over their microphone. Like, come on now, guys. When you try to report against a police officer, nobody listens. Lisette Brown was supposed to be an autism advocate. When I let her know about that officer assaulting me, she did nothing. Nothing. I told her, hey, you're a mandatory reporter. You're telling me that you can't take a report about what the police did, but you can report about me being suicidal over what they did. I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm trying to get help. So stop acting like I'm trying to kill myself and help. Meanwhile, Aunt B ended up just being words. Brandon Ratner didn't show up. Aunt B didn't show up. Lots of people didn't show up. Lots of people didn't keep their word. I cannot fucking take care of myself, and I've been trying to explain this. And because I'm not capable of fucking taking care of myself, I have to depend on people with a history of abusing me and taking from me. Lanny Engeline was supposed to pay me for helping her move all of her books. That was years ago. Supposed to be $200. I needed that money. She didn't pay up, and it fucked me severely, but I got a guitar out of it, so woohoo, right? Who do you go to when the cops hurt you? All these people saying, I'm going through the same thing myself, Sean. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. You get to see your loved ones. I invested what little I had into helping the households that I went to. I invested what little I had into getting there so that I could get the help that they promised. But those environments were hell. I needed actual help. I mean, being stuck out homeless, unable to defend myself. Y'all got no idea. While I was in Denver after Clearview, Natalie's death was still on a lot of people's minds, and so was my face. I had people sending me messages telling me that there was homeless people being murdered in the Denver area for looking like me, or that met my description. The cops refused to take a look at any of it. I needed someone to go in with me. I needed an advocate. Lisette Brown, see, that's the thing about when they do stuff across multiple jurisdictions, all of a sudden you have to get a new attorney in every jurisdiction. You have to deal with a new set of judges. You got to deal with a whole new set of cops, and all of them know each other. All of them work together. None of them want to fucking rock the waves. My guilt was decided before I ever stepped in a courtroom. And the sheer number of them, like, oh my God, I shouldn't have had to break the law to begin with. The police should have taken reports from people while their memories were fresh. Please kill me.